Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl, the Astro Heaux, and I'm back with yet another video. So stay tuned.
You might think I'm crazy, the way I've been craving. Guess I put it quite plainly. Just give me the baby. So what you doing today?
So what's up guys? It's your girl, the Astro Heaux here, and we are back with yet another video. And this video is going to be all about Jupiter in the house. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I actually have recorded this video a couple of days ago, so it's actually going to be a little bit later than expected, but luckily I've come up with a posting schedule for you guys, so my posting won't be as sporadic, because I realized that I've just been posting and not really keeping a consistent thing for you guys. So one of the things that I'm working on for 2021 is being consistent and creating a consistent posting schedule. So my new days for posting is going to be Friday and Saturdays. Be sure to keep a lookout for me to post on only Fridays and Saturdays. Those videos are going to be my astrology videos, so where I can get real in depth with you guys. But be sure to also follow me on my social media handles: Twitter at the Heaux Healer, Instagram at the Heaux Healer. So let's get right into Jupiter in the house. So first we're going to talk about Jupiter in the first house. So having Jupiter in your first house gives you this really amazing personality. You're just like really charming. You're really great to be around. It's also it's also like a placement when you have Venus in the first house. Like, people just like you. Have a really big personality. So you're probably really outgoing. You're probably the person that walks in and you're just loud, but everybody loves you because you just have Jupiter, this very lucky, expansive planet, on your first house. Then we have the second house. Just to go back to Jupiter on the first house, these people with Jupiter on the first house tend to be a little bit more extravagant. They actually overindulge. So they may be really great at sports, but they also have the disadvantage of gaining weight just from being overindulgent in foods and sweets and things of that sort. So now we're talking about Venus. Now we're talking about Jupiter in the second house. So having Jupiter in the second house is a really great placement. This basically just lets you know that money comes to these people very quickly, or just possessions come to these things really quickly. These people, you may feel like they're just like the luck of the Irish. They're really, 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 really lucky. They're lucky with possessions, but these people also need security, you know, because what is Taurus? Taurus is the security house. The second house is the security house. It's the house of Taurus. So Taurus is known for being stable and providing security. So when you have this, just know that you'll never have to want for nothing. You'll never want for a dime, a dollar, a meal, a nothing, okay? With this Jupiter in this second house placement. Such a great placement. So now we're moving into Jupiter in the third house. So having Jupiter in the third house, what is the third house rules? Third house rules community, siblings, neighbors, cousins, aunts, brothers, uncles, things of that sort. And then it also rules communication. So people with this placement may have like really extravagant personalities. They may be really great at impersonations. These are people that you might be comedians. These are people that might be these people obviously are talking for a living. They have to, with this such expansive Jupiter on their house. These people are definitely talking for a living. They're definitely making money talking for a living. They have really great relationships with their siblings. They also have really great relationships with their neighbors, people in their community. Like, they are just really great people. So now we're talking about Jupiter in the fourth house. So having Jupiter in the fourth house is also a really great placement. You may come from a really beautiful family. You may get a significant inheritance from your family because the fourth house rules family. Also with this placement, these people may have really, really big houses they really have big houses, and they also have really comfortable houses, things of that sort, because this is such an expansive placement for Jupiter, and what this is doing is just making sure that your home is comfortable, but not only comfortable, but kind of extravagant as well. So definitely a Jupiter in fourth house placement. So then we have Jupiter in fifth house. I know this one all too fucking well because I actually have Jupiter in the fifth house. So having Jupiter in the fifth house is these people are really fun. They're really outgoing. They may have a lot of lovers. They may have opportunities. They may be really lucky with finding love, having love, and just like people just being in constant rotation. These people are definitely really fun to be around. These are the life of the party people. They're also really great with children. So anything that involves children, they're really great with. They may also have really beautiful children, just because this is just such a lucky placement. 9 out of 10 times people with this placement don't really have any troubles with pregnancy, as this is the children's house, and it's also love and romance and play. So these people really like to have a good time, but they don't have really any troubles with pregnancy with this placement. So now we go to Jupiter in the 6th house, and this is another placement that's very familiar to me because I feel like my placement is on the cusp. So I may have a little bit of both. I think I have Jupiter at the 26th degree, which is kind of closer to the Scorpio degree. So having Jupiter, because I'm a Jupiter in Libra, sorry. So having Jupiter in the 6th house, this really gives you a really great personality when it comes to work, because the 6th house is the work house. So you have a really great personality when it comes to work. People just love to work for you because you're just great. You also get really amazing opportunities with Jupiter in the 6th house. You have really great you're just like a boss. Like you're a boss, and like people like working for you because you're such a boss. So that's what Jupiter in the 6th house is. You also have really great health. If you do have any bad health issues, it would definitely be from overindulgence on food or things that you're not supposed to be doing. Then we have Jupiter in the 7th house. So Jupiter in the 7th house, this is the Libra house. So basically, this is the partnership house. So having Jupiter in the 7th house, what you're really looking for in a partner, is just someone that you can really benefit off of. Someone that you can really learn from. It's because, Jupiter is the planet of, is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about higher learning. So with this placement, you're really looking for someone who's giving you that Sagittarius vibe, who's really giving you that, that lust for learning, that lust from looking for a partner that's going to not only benefit you, because you're also looking for a partner that's going to benefit you and that's going to bring you to the top, or not even bring you to the top, but you want to have a mutual communication, a mutual feel with these people. Yeah, like you're just really looking for someone that really expands you. You're looking for someone that's giving you this expansive life. You're looking for things that you've never actually experienced with any other lover in this person that is your partner. So that's what you're looking for with Jupiter in the 7th house. So now we have Jupiter in the 8th house. The 8th house rules death, sex, money, other people's money, and inheritance. Obviously other people's money. So when you have Jupiter in the 8th house, there is a big chance that you will inherit money from someone that you didn't even know had money. With Jupiter in the 8th house, you're probably like like randomly you just get money from someone and you're just like, oh, this person was rich, I didn't know. You also may have this like dire need to kind of want to heal the world. It's a really weird, because it's actually like, ironically, for it not to be the humanitarian placement with Jupiter in this house, it comes off like a very humanitarian, it gives off a really humanitarian vibe. So when you have this placement, you're really just concerned about healing the world. You may lean more towards the healing works of the in the occupation. You may become a healer, you may become a yoga instructor, you may become a doctor or nurse, things of that sort, but you really just have this dire need to want to heal the world with Jupiter in the 8th house. So now we have Jupiter in the 9th house, another really great placement. So these people love to travel, and these people travel a lot. It's very similar to having Venus in the 9th house. So these people travel a lot. They feel best when they are traveling. These people are really interested in learning and expanding their knowledge. They also benefit from meeting other people from different cultures. They make it a lot of information, or they may benefit in some way from meeting people from different cultures or connecting with people with different cultures when you have Jupiter in the 9th house, because Jupiter in the 9th house rules foreign cultures, travel, higher education, higher learning, things of that sort. So definitely something to look into if you have a Jupiter in the 9th house, and like definitely for you to travel. It's definitely a need for you to do. So then we have Jupiter in the 10th house. This is a fame placement. This is a fame placement to have Jupiter in the 10th house. So having Jupiter in the 10th house, the 10th house rules career. So you may be very, very popular when it comes to career. You may have a lot of opportunities where things kind of fall into your lap, just as much as it does with Jupiter in the 6th house. And you know, but it's just like it's a career that's very, it's larger than life. Like, you know, it's a, because this is expanding your career house. Having Jupiter in the 10th house expands your career house. So this is a larger than life placement. So you may be a really popular person. People will be, depending on what sign you're in, it'll really give you the information about what you'll be popular for. But you know, people will really look to you for certain things. So then we have Jupiter in the 11th house. Having Jupiter in the 11th house is really great because this is the part of being a humanitarian. This is the part of social media. This is the part of social technology, things of that sort. But also it's about being friends and having friends. So having Jupiter in the 11th house, you're probably a person who has many friends or is known by a lot of people. Also, you may be really great with technology, or you may be known via technology, or known for something that involves technology. Also, with this placement, you could be really big on social media. These are the type of people that you see that have like these huge followings on social media because they have Jupiter lighting that fucking house up, okay? Lighting up your 11th house, lighting it up. They also may be known for just kind of like speaking their truths and speaking the way they feel about certain things because this is the Aquarius house, which is the humanitarian house. So yeah, great placement, guys. And last but not least, we have Jupiter in the 12th house. So this is a really tricky placement, and I'm actually going to look at my notes for this one because when I was reading it, I'm like, ugh, I would not want Jupiter in the 12th house. Sorry, but let me read it for you guys. So having Jupiter, this is what it says. Having Jupiter in the 12th house, you tend to be philanthropic. I can never get that word. You may be philanthropic and have a great faith in the future. You may have an angel to watch over you and assist you through any reversals. There's a love for humanity and a great desire to help others, especially those who cannot fend for themselves. Work in a hospital or jail is possible. Success comes in a quiet and unassuming manner in the middle life. You can be unrealistic though. It is important to think all ideas carefully through before carrying them out. So I mean, that pretty much is self-explanatory for Jupiter in the 12th house. You guys just have this dire need to help to help the community and help humanity, and you really love to help people that can't fend for themselves, which is such a Pisces thing. And you know, you tend to be unrealistic. I know all about this. I'm a Pisces moon, and that's one thing that I hear about. Like, you're like unrealistic. It's like, but you know, with Jupiter on this 12th house, even though you may be unrealistic things just happen to happen for you. So I would say continue to be a dreamer, Jupiter in 12th house, okay? Continue to be a dreamer. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. And check a bitch out. I hope you love this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Bitch, subscribe. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. XOXO, the whole healer.